All right, you're going to want to pay attention to this. OpenAI just unveiled a new benchmark, and it's completely flipping the script on how we think about AI. Seriously, we are moving past the abstract tests and into the real world, measuring how AI handles the kind of tough, professional work that people do every single day. This is a huge deal, so let's break down exactly what's going on. So let's just cut right to the chase with the big question, the one everyone is wondering. Can an AI model actually do a better job than a seasoned pro? Someone with over a decade of hard-won experience in their field. It kind of sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? Well, the answer is pretty wild. Get this, the AI wins, or ties, almost half the time, 47.6% of the time to be exact. That is the win rate for a top-tier AI model going head-to-head with industry experts. Think about that. In nearly 1 out of every 2 challenges, the AI's work was judged to be just as good or even better than a human with years of experience. Wow.
Okay, so how in the world did we get to a number that high? To get it, you have to understand the test itself. It's called GDPval. And let me just say right off the bat, it has absolutely nothing to do with gross domestic product.
Here's the deal. GDPval is all about measuring AI performance on what they call economically valuable tasks. In simple terms, we're talking about the complex, messy, real-world problems that professionals get paid good money to solve. This isn't about answering trivia. It's about tackling professional-grade work. And what's really mind-blowing is just how broad this thing is. We're not just talking about coding or marketing. No way. GDPval covers jobs in healthcare, finance, manufacturing, government, you name it. We're talking about the actual day-to-day tasks of engineers, accountants, and project managers. The scope here is just huge. So this brings us to the main event, the ultimate showdown. This is where GDPval gets really interesting, because it puts the latest AI models in the ring, directly against super experienced human professionals. And we're not talking about rookies here. The human experts in this test had, on average, 14 years of experience in their fields. These are the veterans, the people who have seen it all, who know their industries inside and out. That's the bar the AI had to clear. Now check out the speed of this progress, because it is absolutely insane. Just a few months ago, back in June of 2024, a model like GPT-4o was winning against these experts maybe 10% of the time. But today, the newest models are knocking on the door of a 50% win rate. That's a 5 times improvement in just a matter of months. That gap isn't just closing, it is slamming shut. So, what does one of these expert tasks even look like? Well, here are a few real examples from the benchmark. A video producer had to plan out a whole B2B video shoot, juggling the client, the budget, and a super tight deadline. Or how about a manufacturing engineer who needed to create safety protocols for heavy-duty mining equipment? Or a sales analyst digging through purchase orders to find billing errors? This is the real nitty-gritty stuff. Okay, so the tech is clearly impressive, but the big question is, why should you care? This is where we move from the what to the so what. How does this fundamentally change the way we all do business? Just think about how things used to work. If you needed an expert opinion, you had to hire a pricey consultant and then wait, sometimes for weeks, to get their report. Expertise was always the bottleneck, right? Well, now you can give your team an AI copilot and get that initial expert-level analysis in hours. Expertise is basically becoming an on-demand resource. And hey, this is not just some theory. The folks behind this research talked about a manufacturing company that did exactly this. They started using AI for their initial technical analysis. Now, they still bring in human experts to sign off on the final work, but by using AI to do the heavy lifting up front, they've slashed their external consulting costs by over 60%. And maybe even more important, they can get projects off the ground way faster. And this is really the key takeaway here. This whole thing isn't about human versus AI. It's about human plus AI. It's about using this technology as an incredible tool to help your team make smarter decisions faster. It's a collaboration that unlocks results that neither one could achieve alone. So, this all leads us to the most important question of all. What are you going to do about it? Let's talk about how you can start using this to get a real advantage, like right now. But first, a quick reality check. Just because the AI can do these amazing things doesn't mean it's a magic button. Not at all. Getting these kinds of expert-level results is a skill. You've really got to know how to give it the right prompts, the right context, and, this is crucial, you have to know how to review the work. Don't expect perfection right out of the gate. So here's a super simple way to get started. First, just look at your own business. Where are the expert-level tasks that always slow everything down? Second, start playing around with AI on those specific tasks. Just see what it can do. And third, and this is the big one, start treating this as a core skill you need to build. The people and businesses that master this first are going to have a massive leg up.
Looking for a few ideas on where to start? Well, based on the kinds of tasks in GDPval, you could try using AI for things like financial analysis, drafting up detailed project plans, generating technical documents, or even doing first-pass compliance checks. Just pick one area that's a real pain point for you right now and see what happens.
And really, that brings us to the bottom line. Expert-level AI isn't some far-off futuristic idea anymore. It's here, today. It can do work that was basically unimaginable just a year ago. The writing is on the wall. So the only real question left is, are you ready to use it?